Updates. December. Got that light in the background. I don't like that too much. Updates. December updates. Okay, again, we're ascending. What can I say? About a week ago, not last Thursday, but the Thursday before, 10:30 a.m. to be exact, all of a sudden my dowsing stops. I'm dowsing for all of a sudden it's limp. It's like, this ain't good. All of a sudden it comes back. It's like, okay, well, something's going on. And then I felt a little lightheaded. I felt some nausea. Where something is shifting, but in a big way. So lunchtime comes, I go upstairs, come back down after lunch, and I've got a buzzing on my crown chakra like you wouldn't believe. I've never felt that before. It was huge. What this was that big white royal Draco taken away. Okay, and then a few days later, all of the heavy-duty reptilians, the strong reptilians, along with it, they're gone. And we got confirmation on this. When that shift happened, I emailed a bunch of colleagues and talked to some people in the know, and everybody's like, yeah, I felt something moved, something shook, something changed. It was definitely a shift. So this is significant in a big way. So that happened. Now another thing that I found, and this is through a client of mine who brought it to my attention. She says, Chris, can you disconnect my husband from the OTO? I'm like, what's the OTO? What the heck is this? OTO means Ordo Templi Orientalis, and this is another term for the Illuminati. And it's been huge clearings coming from this. So basically, the OTO has an overlay on top of us to stop people like me from really getting in and solving the problem. So you remove this overlay off the soul grids, off of the person's body, wherever this overlay is, and it really opens up the door a lot more. Now with, condolences to his family and all, George Bush, rest in peace, and good riddance, was basically a big part of this OTO. And the OTO, again, is much like the people, the highfalutin people who go to the Bohemian Grove and wish ill will on humanity. Okay, so that is all part and parcel with that. And it's ascension. It's finding out more and more stuff, finding out all these interesting things that are really going on behind the scenes. And we're getting there in such a big way. It's amazing, and every day I blow myself away with what comes up with dowsing and the answers I'm getting and how clear things are. Now another thing we've kind of changed and added to the whole true quantum healing with what I'm doing is working with something called the toroid, Toroid, or toroidal energy. And this is the energy that goes around and around through your crown and through the root chakra. Now, every part of your body has a toroid. Okay, so the liver has its own toroid, the brain has it, and so on and so on. So instead of using the words grids, which are still relevant, we're connecting these areas to the toroid it belongs to, and now it can get energy. So that has been very, very significant. What else is going on? My goodness, it's just one thing after another lately, and that's the whole concept here is that things are going faster. The timelines are going faster. It's allowing Source to really come forward more and more to help us out here and to help humanity in the fight to win this battle against slavery. It's what it is. I keep getting the message. Slavery is over. Slavery is over. And sure enough, you think about it, we're all slaves, okay, except for me. We don't bow down to anybody except the missus, of course. Kids once in a while, sure. What else was there? I keep on getting this message, and it says, time to row ashore. Time to row ashore. And I'm like, okay, we will row ashore, but what the heck does that mean? What that means for me is whenever I get that message, I'm not supposed to do any clearings after my day is over. Quite often I'll help out some friends and relatives and people in a very bad way with a clearing, people I can't fit into the schedule. And when they say time to row ashore, that means no clearings because Source has things to do. That means something's going to shift, something's going to happen. So I get the little heads up when I get that message that something is going to shift. Saturday night, me and the family, we went and did some rednecking. We went to Monster Jam, watched monster trucks. It was really good. I enjoyed it. My boy just loved it. My daughter was bored. That's crazy. She's like, Daddy, this is not for princesses. And I says, are you a princess? She goes, yeah, I'm very much a princess, Daddy. Anyways, on the way there, we're driving down Regent Avenue, which is a main thoroughfare in Transcona, Winnipeg. And in the distance, it was an overcast night. In the distance, I can see like spotlights kind of going like this. You know, there would be spotlights in a movie event or some big show. They'd have spotlights kind of going back and forth. I says to my lovely wife, I says, did you see those lights? She goes, no. I says, there they are again. Did you see them? She goes, no. As we drove further down that road, all of a sudden I can see them coming over our vehicle, and they were long, and they're going back and forth like this. Spaceship, yeah, exactly. I know what you're thinking. Oh, Chris, you saw a spaceship. Well, we saw the lights of it anyway. I did. So things are happening. Things are culminating. I'm just full of wanting to know more what's going on here and get down to the bottom of all these things. ALS, I'm coming to get you. All these bad diseases are on their way out. We're finding a lot of stuff too with MK Ultra, mind control, and that type of thing. If you clear out the person's skull, our skull is basically the receiver of all this energy. The skull sutures, the plates within the skull, you clear those out and disconnect from the mind control, the MK Ultra. Because the OTO, I mean, they seem to be doing everything right now. They're using mind control, they're utilizing the Wi-Fi, they're utilizing ley lines, they're utilizing satellite signals, anything that they can use to get to us, to cause all these problems, to have somebody go shoot up a school, to have somebody have a whole group of people get the flu, whatever. If something happens within you for no reason, there's a reason for it, and this is what I feel is very much part of it. So there you have it. Lots of good things happening, lots of bad things happening. Storm before the calm, if you want to call it. Yes, indeed. I'm sorry, I'm going off just on a big ramble here because I'm pumped. The night before it was announced that George Bush passed away, that night I was told by Source, ascension begins tonight. Okay, so that in itself, then next day finding out George Bush passed away, hey, okay, that means something. So he has to be a very big part, or the Bush family, a big part of what's happening behind the scenes with the dark energies. And again, there's, I'm not going to start naming names, it's just not right, but we all know who we're talking about here. It's just not a good thing. I heard remember Ali Marzulli? He was on my show many times talking about the Nephilim and different things like that, all the research he's done. His house burned down with all of his research, with a lot of information. How does that happen? Okay, how do all the fires in California happen, and all of a sudden there's floods? How does all that happen? Okay, it's how did two big huge towers in New York just fall down, and then one next to it that wasn't even hit? How do those fall down? How does that happen? Okay, and of course that's conspiracy theory is years old. So ultimately there's an agenda. There's an agenda behind it. A lot of people call it the Luciferian agenda. Some people call it the XYZ agenda. I call it a bunch of power-hungry reptilians with nothing better to do than to, F up humanity on their account. So here we are. Anyways, more updates are going to come fast and furious. We are certainly out of the blocks and running fast and collecting all the information we can. Okay, so another one. So of course, the dark side is trying to slow us down, trying to keep people who do light work, keep their vibration down. And again, probably 2/3 of all my clientele are people who do light work in one way, shape, or form. So if you can keep the light workers down, you can stop ascension from happening. That's the theory that I find within everyone. Everything that going on in your life, one way, shape, or form, is designed to lower your vibration so ascension doesn't happen. That's what it's all about. Nothing personal. It's nothing, you know, they're not picking and choosing people at certain times, unless you have a certain special purpose and vibration to, you know, use for humanity. But so my toolmaker, Wayne, his shop burns down where he does all the electroplating for all of the lovely rings that we use. Okay, all of our equipment, all the rings, all burnt down. So he has to start over again. So now he goes and buys all the equipment to do the plating and the welding and all that. He can't get it to work. He spends months trying to get this stuff to work, and I've got orders coming in like crazy. So if you have ordered something, what the heck was that? If you did order something, it's on its way. Okay, he finally got things running. Heaters would break down, pumps would break down. He couldn't make anything work properly. So finally, he got it, and now we can start sending stuff. So that the dark side is slowing him down. I have another supplier where I get my gold water from. I'm not going to name names because, well, we're nice guys over here. But this guy's an idiot. Okay? I order, they send to the wrong address. I order again, they send to the wrong address. How does this happen? Okay, I mean, the people that they've got working for them just haven't got a clue or don't care, or they're based in the States. Maybe they don't like Canada. I don't know. Maybe they don't like my bald head. I don't know. But basically, it's slowing everything down. So I've got 2 suppliers that I can't get product from. And now also what we have in Canada is a postal strike, of all things. The mail's still getting through, but there's this looming postal strike thing going on. So you got 3 things happening that's trying to lower my vibration. Do you think anybody can lower my vibration? No. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Just keep on going forward and let things happen. Okay, so you know, that's where things sit. That's what's going on daily is things trying to lower your vibration. You know, stoppage of this, stoppage of that. It's coming to fruition. I found somebody in Winnipeg who does make colloidals, who we're going to be doing business with, hopefully. Apparently to make gold water is not an easy thing, okay, and I appreciate that. But we're going to do our best to get it moving. The gold water, okay, on my website, it's a monatomic gold water called Liquid Light. And this is gold water that I get from suppliers, and I infuse certain frequencies in it that are going to connect your soul with source at a very high level. And there's one person on the internet, I think I've told you this before, on YouTube. Her name is Aluna, and she does card readings, and she will show, you know, that she has this water and how she uses it. All of a sudden I got orders coming in like crazy. So if you've ordered the monatomic gold water from me and you haven't got it yet, it's coming. I sent out a mass email to everybody, but we need to get supply in first so I can infuse it, bless it, bottle it, and send it to you. All right, so that's where that is. So that stuff is working and today I'm told to start adding the frequency of gold to people's souls. What does that tell you? That there is definitely some relevance with gold water, the frequencies that are in it, and with your soul. So we're being told to do it on 2 different levels, which is really confirming about what's going on. Anyways, I have to get to my next client. Oh, by the way, please, if you've booked an appointment, please either show up. or send me an email and let me know that you can't make it, because we have cancellation or people don't show up almost every day now, and I don't want to raise my prices to reflect it. So please keep watching for openings. People cancel all the time, which I appreciate. If you cancel, somebody else can pick up the appointment. The schedule is automated. Very often I don't even see the cancellations, and then somebody picks it up, goes on the internet and has a look and picks it up. So I don't see them for the most part. If you're going to ask me for an appointment right away, please watch for openings. The way I do business here, it's just me. I'm everything, okay? So that's why I have an automated online system so people can book their own appointments. You can go in, create a profile, and view when your appointments are. If I have to hire somebody to deal with all this, then, prices are going to go up, $25-30 in order to facilitate it. Don't want to do that. I'm not one of these. I don't want to be one of these guys who charges $250-300 for an appointment. I don't want to do that. I know some people do that, but you get the whole morning, okay, which is cool. But I want to try and keep things, relatively affordable for everyone. So it's only $55 American for an appointment, which is pretty dirt cheap as far as anybody else goes. But we want to keep things that way. Anyways, I babble enough. I've got to get back to work. Chris Kehler, we are out of here.